as you can tell by the title, I wanted to bring you a video reporting my thoughts on Cigars at Number 10. I recently visited Cigars at Number 10 with a few friends. It was a friend of mine, Tom. It was his stag do, and I've heard loads of great things about Cigars at Number 10. And I mean, if you've had a look on Google, you'll see tons of great reviews. They are rated a 4.7 stars out of 5 on Google. Because of this, I went in with super high expectations. After all, it was me who suggested going to Cigars at Number 10 to start off the night for Tom's stag do. I was super excited because it would have been my first time going to Cigars at Number 10. First things first, we walked straight past it and we went up the high street. We're like, where is it? Can't see it anywhere. I don't know if you guys have been to JJ Fox or Davidoff in London, but those two shops in particular, they do stand out. You're like, okay, there it is. Cigars at Number 10, it is just a hotel, and if you're not looking closely, you might just miss it. So we arrive at Cigars at Number 10 and we see the menu out front for drinks and food. The cigar list isn't out there from what I remember. You kind of walk up these stairs. I'll put some pictures on screen as I'm talking, just so you guys get a better idea as to what I'm talking about. I always visualized going through some doors, up an elevator, and onto some sort of roof terrace, which had this like exclusive feel about it. Instead, you walk through the main doors and you're basically taken straight out the back, as if it was like you're being taken out of the back door fire exit. It was a little bit strange. We walked past the humidor of cigars, which is also extremely small and quite limited. I'll get back to that later on in the video, because in a way I kind of like that. That was a benefit for me. But anyway, you walk through this like back door out onto this, what I consider to be a garden setup. The furniture that you sit on is garden furniture. They're plastic chairs with cushions on. And straight away I noticed that, and I wasn't the only one out of the group I was with, but there was no particular vibe about the place. We noticed that there was no music, there was no beat, there was just nothing really going on. And for me, you know, out of the group, I was the only one who was really into cigars, if that makes sense. I had more experience with cigars over the rest of the group, so I was looking around and I was looking for things that I would look for in another cigar lounge that I had been to, or even just a restaurant. And as I was sat there awkwardly with my knees pressed against the miniature garden table that was in front of me, I was thinking, oh dear, this was a bad decision to come here. As mentioned, there was no vibe, there was no music, there was just nothing really going on. I thought it would be a little bit more exciting. So far, we've been taken out the back door onto some sort of garden setup with garden furniture, no music. And on top of that, I was going to mention this later on in the video, but it was like the gutters were full, and where I was sitting, and I did find a picture on the internet as exactly where I was sitting, behind me there was a windowsill. So probably about here on my head as I was sat down, there's a window here, and the window ledge was behind me, and there was like rain dripping. There was a drop every 30 seconds, and as it came down, it was splashing me on the back of the neck. I'm thinking, great, this is all I need. We've ordered a round of drinks, which is another thing. The drinks have been brought over with a napkin like this, so I've put that behind my head to try and stop the drops, and amazing, it's worked. But it didn't take long for that napkin to get completely saturated, and it continued to drip on my neck. Then I've noticed behind where one of my friends was sitting, there was a towel wrapped around one of the beams holding up this like roof, if you can call it that. I was thinking, oh dear, so obviously there's been drip issues over there as well. I'm not one to complain, so I just kind of put up with it because I didn't want to spoil the day. Oh dear. So, as I was just mentioning, we ordered some drinks. So, what I'm going to do for you guys is, if I can find them, is put the menus in the description to this video. So you can go check them out for yourselves. The food, the cigars and the drinks. I don't drink beer. I drink spirits and maybe a cocktail here and there. But the rest of the group, they were drinking beers. So they each ordered a beer. And from memory, the beers were £10 each. Now you might think, £10 for a pint of beer in London is what it is. But no, these were not pints. These were 300ml bottles of beer for £10. Which, I'm sorry, that's ridiculous. That is a crazy markup. About an hour goes by and there are a few beers in. I'm one cocktail in, and myself and another guy from the group ordered a Coke. I think the Coca-Cola was like £5. And you're thinking, when you order a Coke, you might get the glass bottle. They might bring you a pint of Coke, but instead, and I think it's in this picture that I have, it's as if they've got like a 2-litre bottle out back and they just poured a bit in a glass. That was it. Which, again, it's a little bit like, it's a little bit cheeky. You order yourself a £5 Coca-Cola and you want the bottle, or you want a decent glass of the stuff. But this was kind of flat and a little bit in a glass. I'm just thinking, this is no fun. Only 2 of us out of the group of 5 had a cigar. One of the guys from the group ordered a pizza. I'm going to put that picture in the video as well. I believe the pizza was £25. And as you can see from the picture, it was absolutely terrible. Now, I don't want this video to put anyone off trying it out for themselves. This is just a review based on my first experience at Cigars At Number 10. For the money, would I go again? Absolutely not. No way. I just wouldn't even consider it. You're in a really nice part of London. There are so many places you can go. So many places you can go with your own cigar and sit outside a place with great music, a great atmosphere, drinks that are not £10 per beer, and have a great time and have a good laugh. This was strange, to say the least. And if I could give them a Google review, I would, I'd put a 2 out of 5, and I believe that's being generous. I'm not going to do that because I know how deadly Google reviews are to businesses, which is why I just wanted to kind of bring you this video, just so I could talk about my experience, let you guys listen to the experience and kind of make your own minds up. If you have been to Cigars Number 10 before, let me know what your experience was like in the comment box below, because I'd be really interested in hearing. But overall, for me, it was a huge disappointment. I was slightly embarrassed for suggesting it after hearing so many good things about it, and then us getting there, and it was all a bit quiet and strange. With all of that being said, the service from the staff was amazing. So, well done to the staff, couldn't fault them. But in terms of the prices, the food, the furniture, the lack of music, the lack of atmosphere, the rain dripping on my head, there was so many things that could be improved. because if you go out of Cigars at Number 10 and swing a left, I mean, there's place after place after place after place with great music, great food, great drinks, and you can take your own cigar. There's no minimum spend. That's another thing, the £25 minimum spend. I know it doesn't take much to spend more than £25 when beers are £10 a piece, but I still think it's a little bit cheeky because it's £25 per person as a minimum spend. So if you were to go there with your girlfriend and you were having a cigar and she was just going to have a Coca-Cola, you would have to spend £25. You'd have to spend £50 in total, which I don't know. I don't know if that's really necessary. Anyway, let me know if this video brought you any kind of value in any particular way. I suppose bottom line, if you've got this far in the video, I don't want this to completely put you off trying it yourself, much like when I don't like a cigar. I don't want that to put you off trying it for yourself. So yeah, if you've been to Cigars Number 10, let me know in the comments. If you haven't, let me know if you would consider going after watching this video, hopefully. And until next time, I hope you guys are keeping well, and I will see you in the next one. Cheers.